is up, my Miami Dolphin fans? Goel in the house with the AFCEastieBoys. We got the Miami Dolphins set to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And you best believe the AFCEastieBoys, we're going to be cutting through all the stats and getting you prepared and ready for tomorrow's game. We're also going to be taking a look at what the Miami Dolphins have in store for their future. What 2026 could look like. There's lots of rumors swirling around. Lots of rumors swirling around. Could we see a new quarterback? Is it going to be Ewers? Is it going to be Tua? Or could we see somebody new entirely? I don't know. You'll just have to stay tuned in to find out. And if you want to hop on up here and talk some Miami Dolphins football with your AFCEastieBoys as we cut through these stats, go ahead. Smash that Discord. Hop on up here. Let's effing go.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
All right, football fans, listen up. Forget the trade deadline, forget the free agency frenzy, because we have the most important piece of NFL news you will hear all season.
All right. What's up? Welcome in, everybody. As we are getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Hard Rock Stadium at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Now, our season's over. It was well over before it was even officially over. But we still got a lot of stuff to play for, right? Got to check out this new quarterback, Quinn Ewers. See if he could possibly be the future. Is he? Is he going to be? Is he not going to be? Is Mike McDaniel going to be on this team next year? I mean, based on that Cincinnati Bengal game, that didn't look pretty, right? That did not look pretty. And we're going to have a tough game tomorrow against these Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they're in win now mode. They're in fight now mode because they can't afford to lose another game, especially to the Miami Dolphins, considering the Carolina Panthers already beat the Miami Dolphins earlier in the season. And the Carolina Panthers just beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, well, they play the Carolina Panthers again next week. So that game, this game right here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers up until next week, it's going to be their most important game of the year. Because this game right here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins could be their make or break game. They lose this game, they beat Carolina, they could end up losing the tiebreaker because they lost to Miami and Carolina beats Miami. But if they win this game and they go on and they beat Carolina next week, well, there's going to be more. It's not going to be us that determines the tiebreaker for that conference over there, that division. But as we look at the team head-to-head stats, the Tampa Bay Bucs and the Miami Dolphins, head-to-head, all time, let me find it. Head to head in the regular season, the Miami Dolphins and the Buccaneers have played 12 times, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers leading it 7-5. Both teams have 2 Super Bowl wins. Let's go down to some head-to-head passing stats. I mean, we don't seriously think we're going to win this game, do we? I mean, we can. We definitely can. I don't want us to lose. I don't want us to lose any game, especially since I'm going to be down there with my son tomorrow. Unfortunately, he's a Bucs fan. So I'm taking him down there. He'll get to enjoy it. But we want to see more from Quinn Ewers, right? Me personally, I want to see some consistency from Quinn Ewers. I didn't really see that in the Bengals game, in my opinion. Like, yes, the first half. Let me pull up the stats for that game. Yes, the first half looked pretty promising, right? You know, he went 10 for 12, 107 yards. Didn't throw any touchdowns or picks in the first half, but like was moving the ball pretty efficiently down the field, and we were able to capitalize and get a couple scores. That one for Malik Washington, nice little end around, was pretty dope. And then, of course, De'Von Achane doing De'Von Achane things for his big 46-yard rushing touchdown, just powering through people. But as we pull up the stats for last week to look how Quinn Ewers did in the second half, that's really the tell of the tape, right? Because the second half they came out, it wasn't pretty. It looked rather ugly. Now, some would say they wouldn't necessarily blame Quinn Ewers for one of them. One of them was like a batted pass that turned into an interception, like the Greg Dulcich one. Let's see here. Hold on. Bengals Dolphins 45-21. Ouch. Ouch. Joe Burrow was just having a day. Joe Burrow was just having a day with us, man. I went into that game hoping the Cincinnati Bengals would not play Joe Burrow anymore because, you know, Joe Burrow's been having some issues, and he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to play football anymore. I'm just not having fun out there. It's just kind of boring. Well, the Bengals were like, listen, bro, you got the Miami Dolphins coming up. And listen, this is like Swiss cheese out there. You can go out there and have some fun. And that man went out and had himself a day. Boost his confidence all over the Miami Dolphins. Went 25 for 32, 309 yards, and 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. Let's go through the second half. We had a total of 389 yards to the Cincinnati Bengals 407, with 260 passing and 129 rushing. Both had 6.7 yards per. So, I mean, it was pretty even in that standpoint. It was just we were not able to finish drives and put points on the board. I need to. Where's the play-by-play at? Where's the play-by-play? But either way, from first half to second half, Quinn Ewers was two different types of quarterbacks. He was able to find guys open. He was able to move the ball down the field in the first half. They come out in the second half, and it's like a completely different world. It's like a completely different world, and they forgot how to play football. What we need to see from Quinn Ewers here against these Tampa Bay Buccaneers is we need to see consistency through all four quarters. Like, whether that has to do with Mike McDaniel adjusting to what the defense is, because you have a rookie quarterback out there. This is going to be his second start. He's not going to be able to pick up on some of the disguises that the defense may put out there. He's not going to be able to pick up and probably not have enough of the playbook learned in order to call audibles at the line. We did get to see a little bit of a hurry-up offense from the Miami Dolphins last week against the Cincinnati Bengals, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't effective. He has a whole nother week working with the ones, so maybe it'll be slightly different. Maybe they'll get more work. They'll have more 2-minute drills running and be able to clean some of that play up, because what we saw out there last Sunday, that's not sustainable. That's not winning football. That's not going to keep Mike McDaniel's job. Like, if we go out there and we look like we did last Sunday for these next two games, there ain't no way they're bringing Mike McDaniel back next year. We're going to go get a new coach. We're going to go get a new GM. GM's going to bring in a new coach. And we're going to start fresh completely, pretty much.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
But that's not what we want. That's not what we want, right? We don't want to have to start over again, like go through another rebuild, a whole nother bad season of tanking. Just what we're looking at for next year, right? Pretty much a tank mode. So, we take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming into this game 7-8, while the Dolphins are 6-9. Current win streak for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is 3 wins. That's not right. That's so not right. This is why you should always double check AI, because it's not always right. No, siree. Alright, so 2025 season team statistics comparison. So, net yards per game, the Buccaneers offense is currently ranked at 23rd with 315.3 yards per game, while the Dolphins defense is ranked 19th, allowing 339.5 yards per game. The Dolphins offense, 308.9 yards per game, ranked 24th in the NFL, while the Buccaneers defense is ranked 22nd, allowing 343.3 yards per game. So, we're getting just under what the Bucs are allowing. Same with the Bucs. Like, we're allowing a little more than the Bucs typically get. So, points per game, Buccaneers offense is scoring 23.1 points per game. That's 19th in the NFL, where the defense, Dolphins defense, is allowing 24.6. That's 22nd in the NFL. the Dolphins offense is scoring 21.1 points per game, 22nd in the NFL, while the Buccaneers defense is allowing 25.1 points per game, which is 24th in the NFL. The turnover differential, Buccaneers are +8. They're 6th in the NFL, while the Miami Dolphins are -5, 23rd in the NFL. Red zone touchdown percentage. Hey, bud, what are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Oh, we gotta mute it on here. Alright, bud, can you go play now? Alright, bud, can you go play now? Come on. Alright, red zone touchdown percentage. The Buccaneers offense is scoring in the red zone 54.6% of the time, which is 23rd in the NFL. The Dolphins defense is holding teams. They're stopping scoring 57.4% of the time, which is ranked 15th in the NFL. So right there in the middle. The Dolphins offense is scoring 59.5% of the time that they get into the red zone, which is ranked 13th in the NFL. Buccaneers defense. Buccaneers defense is allowing 71.1% of opponents to score in the red zone. They are currently ranked 31st in red zone. So that's not good. Dolphins are pretty good at scoring in the red zone, and the Buccaneers are bad at stopping scores in the red zone. So the Miami Dolphins, all they got to do is get into the red zone against these Buccaneers, and Quinn Ewers can look good. Can we keep just decent drives going? Moving this ball down the field doesn't have to be spectacular. We don't have to go for these over-the-top plays. We can see that the chemistry with Quinn Ewers and Jalen Waddle is not there yet. We can see that the chemistry with him and Malik Washington is not exactly there yet. Hey, bud, can you shut my door? So let's not go over the top and try and go for it all, Mike McDaniel. Let's move this ball efficiently and effectively down the field. Let's get into the red zone, and then let's let our running backs take care of business. And then you can make Quinn Ewers look good and efficient and effective and limit the turnovers. Limit the turnovers. Limit the turnovers. Let me know what y'all think is going to happen tomorrow between the Bucs and the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. All right, so Baker Mayfield on the year has 3,144 passing yards. Tua Tagovailoa had 2,660 before his ass got benched. Rashad White with 539 rushing yards, but that's their rushing leader, but they do have a committee over there, so Bucky Irving has quite a few, and so does their other running back as well, while De'Von Achane is sitting at 1267 rushing yards on the year. And then our receiving leaders, they have Emeka Egbuka at 910. We also have Jalen Waddle at 910 receiving yards. Sack leaders on the teams, Diaby with 6 sacks, while Bradley Chubb has 6.5 sacks. Jordan Brooks with a whopping 169 tackles. Boy, Jordan Brooks has been the key to this defense, right? He has been the leader on this defense. He's been all over the place, been in there trying to get interceptions, rushing the passer, stopping the run, getting the guys in space. Speaking of getting guys in space, that was another thing I realized that we messed up last week. We were missing tackles again. Welcome in, everybody. Normally my kids sleep until noon, but the one morning I wanted to go live, every single one of them were up at 7 a.m. this morning. Every single one of them were up at 7 a.m. this morning. Smash that like and subscribe for the dad life, because we just gonna make it work. We just gonna make it work. Too bad he's not in football mode today. He's in dinosaur mode. Alright, Dino Boy. Alright, Dino Boy. Go play. Go play so I can finish. Go. I mean, at the end of the day, the Miami Dolphins really do have a chance to win this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are going to see the best form of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though, because, like I said earlier, they are fighting. They're fighting hard for their playoff spot in their division. They're currently behind the Carolina Panthers since they lost to the Panthers last week. So we are going to see the best form of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are also healthy, too. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. The only problem is Baker Mayfield is dealing with some shoulder issues, so that could help us in a sense. And see this turnover differential that we have, it kind of like doesn't count, right? It says right here, turnovers. The Buccaneers hold a significant advantage in turnover differential, +8 versus -5. The Dolphins have thrown 17 interceptions in 2025. Yeah, we did. But that quarterback's also not starting. So, we'll see how it goes. They want to highlight the red zone efficiency. Miami's offense is more efficient in the red zone compared to Tampa Bay's defense, which has allowed the second highest red zone touchdown percentage in the NFL. So like I said, if we can just move this ball down the field efficiently, no reason if we can't get into the red zone, we don't put some scores on the board. Mike McDaniel just has to play it smart, man. Play it smart. Don't put too much on Quinn Ewers' shoulders. Don't put too much on his shoulders, man. Rely on the run game. Sprinkle in the passes. Let him continue building chemistry with his guys. And then we'll see what we look like against New England. You'll get a little bit more. Hey, bud. You're going to have to go out in the living room. You can't be back here talking to yourself like that. So, don't put too much on Quinn Ewers' shoulders. It was kind of like what was happening with Tua Tagovailoa. I don't think Quinn Ewers is going to be the guy to go and win us the game. But in this offense, he should easily be able to not lose the game. He should be able to move the ball down the field efficiently so that we can put points on the board. hopefully we're settling for touchdowns and we're not settling for field goals. You know, hopefully we can get into the red zone. We can punch it in with De'Von Achane, punch it in with Ollie Gordon. Maybe Quinn Ewers throws a little fade to the pylon, to the back of the end zone for Jalen Waddle or Darren Waller. Tall guys. The point is our defense is as good as our offense allows it to be, right? Our defense can stop these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have no doubt in my mind that our defense will have a problem with these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The issue is going to be whether the offense is going to complement the defense, right? And what I mean by that is, well, obviously, if the offense is going out there and just doing 3 and outs and your defense is out there for 10 minutes of every quarter, well, they're going to get gassed. And we're going to get gassed late in the game, like what happens every week, right? Do great in the first half. Defense is creating turnovers, pressuring the quarterback, just creating havoc. But then the offense, well, they go out there and they put out lackluster performances, go 3 and outs, or they throw interceptions, or they fumble the ball, and defense goes right back out there. They didn't get enough time to rest. No. So, we have to sustain drives. We have to... Mike McDaniel has to just forget about big play probabilities and just move this ball down the field efficiently and effectively. And that's what I want to see from Mike McDaniel. Like, do you want to be the coach of my team next year, Mike McDaniel? Let me see you play some smart football. You don't got to go for it all in one play. Because, yeah, going for it all in one play, hey, we get a touchdown, sure. But same problem happens. You're still gassing out your defense, right? You're still gassing the defense out. You go out there and you score a touchdown in 3 plays, and the drive only takes a minute and a half. Not even. You're putting your defense right back out there. Not letting them get any rest. So, Mike McDaniel, play it smart, man. Let's play a good, clean, fun game of football. Let's win the time of possession. If we win the time of possession, we can win this game. Can the Miami Dolphins play spoiler this time? Can we play spoiler this time? We just saw the Minnesota Vikings play spoiler to the Detroit Lions. That was fun to watch, right? That was fun to watch the Minnesota Vikings and Andrew Van Ginkel. Who is that dude? Andrew Van Ginkel creating havoc in that backfield on Jared Goff. AVG was that dude. Go ahead, smash that like and subscribe, everybody. Now the question's going to be on the defensive side. Can we stop Baker Mayfield from doing Baker Mayfield things? Because he has the weapons to really just slice and dice these Miami Dolphins if he has time back there in that pocket to throw that ball, to allow his guys to get open. You know, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Emeka Egbuka. You also got K-Dot and got the running backs. So it's like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the weapons on offense to be able to really create some havoc for this Dolphins defense. But like I said, I'm not worried about our defense. I have full confidence that our defense can get enough pressure on the quarterback to throw off Baker's timing, throw off his play, just throw these Buccaneers off in general. I have the confidence they can make that happen. I'm just pointing out that they do have the weapons to where if Baker gets time, could see a couple Emeka Egbuka touchdowns over the top for big gains. But the Miami Dolphins do have the opportunity to play spoiler here. But it's really going to rely on Mike McDaniel and his play calling and how he decides to run this game. Because if he does it like he did it last week with Quinn Ewers going out there just trying to go for long balls, for deep passes, for quick answers, we're going to find ourselves in the same position this week that we were last week, where we're trying to catch up 3 scores in the fourth quarter because our defense is gassed out and the offense is able to just pew, 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 pass here, pass there, touchdown, pass, run, pass, touchdown. Like, gassing the defense out. So if Mike McDaniel can draw up a good game plan to where he's moving that ball efficiently, because their red zone defense, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' red zone defense, is pretty much the worst in the league, and that's where we're going to get our advantage, right? All we got to do is get into the red zone. We get into the red zone, most likely we're going to score, especially if we put the ball in the hands of De'Von Achane. You with me, right? Tampa Bay's red zone defense is ranked 31st in the NFL. They're allowing 71.1% of scores in the red zone. Miami Dolphins offense is 59.5%. They're 13th in the NFL scoring in the red zone. You put the two of those together, that's a formula for free touchdowns, Mike McDaniel. So when we get down there in the red zone, make sure you're up. That's when you pull the tricks out of your book.
All right, quiet on set. And action. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Cut.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. I need this one. Alright, so my score prediction for tomorrow. Go ahead and let me know y'all's score predictions in the chat. My score prediction for tomorrow. Miami Dolphins are going to play spoiler. We are going to play spoiler, and it's going to look something like 27-21. Miami Dolphins playing spoiler to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ending the Tampa Bay Buccaneers season. The battle of the Sunshine State is on, and the Miami Dolphins are going to win it because we're in the most sunshiniest part of the state. So there's an elephant in the room by the name of Tua Tagovailoa, however you want to say it, and his contract and the future of this organization. You see the contract details in the bottom right corner. His cap hit 2026, 7th in the NFL, $56.4 million. Now, if we pre-June 1st, $45.2 million dead hit in 2026. Post-June 1st, $13.4 million dead hit in 2026 and $31.8 in 2027. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So we just got to figure out how to come off of this guy, right? Trade this guy away. There's a rumor going around right now. I would really love for it to happen. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about it. I would love for this to happen. Lamar Jackson coming to the Miami Dolphins. I'd be all for it. I'd be all for it. I don't know if I'd go as steep as a 26, 27, and 28 first rounder. Maybe the 26 and the 28. Or the 26 and the 27. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the rumors swirling with Lamar Jackson? I don't think the Baltimore Ravens will come off of him, to be honest. I'm just saying. I feel like that'd be the dumbest thing they can do is come off of a superstar like Lamar Jackson. Yeah, you haven't got to the Super Bowl yet, but two-time MVP, multiple playoff appearances, multiple playoff wins. Just not the right foundation around him, I believe. You know, he's either got good defense and no offense, or okay offense and okay defense. You know, just a lack of pieces. First couple years, he wasn't a great passer, if you want my honest opinion. Like, he definitely was not a great passer. He was definitely more of a running quarterback and passing when he needed to or had to. But he has gotten better with the pass. Let me know what y'all think about the Lamar Jackson rumors. Also, let me know what y'all think about Quinn Ewers, for real. Drop that down in the comments. Do you think that he's going to make an improvement? He's going to show us enough in these next 2 games to where we could run into this next off season with him like potentially fighting to be the starting quarterback next year and just deal with Tua? Think we're going to drop Tua? Think we're going to find somebody to trade for Tua? Let me know what you guys think. Like, we got off season coming up here in a couple weeks, especially for the Dolphins. Dolphins off season starts super fast. As soon as next week's over, our off season started. So it's time to start doing some homework, right? It's time to start figuring out what direction the Miami Dolphins need to head in this off season in order to not have a 4-year turnaround. Not have, like, if we can turn this ship around and start being competitive again by 2027, I would call that a win, right? Because I don't think any of us honestly are expecting next year to be anything spectacular, right? I mean, we have a very tough schedule next year. I've already seen it. We definitely have a tough schedule next year, and I don't think, especially with the question marks around quarterback, it looks ugly. It looks ugly. It looks like we're going to be pulling the Las Vegas Raiders move, and we're going to be benching all of our top talent so that we're forced to lose games. So if we can figure out a way to come off some of this bad contracts, trade away Tua, just ride out what next year is, maybe by 2027 this team can be competing again. Another possibility for quarterback trades out there. I was the one that put this one. I was the one that started getting this one swirling, but it wouldn't be like a Lamar Jackson. Right, it definitely wouldn't be like a Lamar Jackson, which would be a significant upgrade at quarterback for sure. And I think if we were to get Lamar Jackson, we could be looking at playoffs next year, and we could see Tyreek Hill suit up in a Dolphins uniform again. But something more logical that would probably happen, something like a Kyler Murray trade, because Kyler Murray is over there having issues with the Arizona Cardinals as well. That could be a trade that works out for both parties, all parties involved actually, including the organizations, the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. But it could also work out for both Tua and Kyler. Give them both a change of scenery. Send Tua to a dome. Go play in Arizona. Go play in the NFC. Bring Kyler over to the AFC. Let him play in South Beach. Then, bro, you bring him to South Beach. You're going to encourage him to play Call of Duty in his off time, right? Because you don't want him going out into Miami, out into the city, and having fun. Because then he really going to get in trouble. Then he really going to get in trouble. Zach Wilson, I don't think he comes back. We'll probably find another. Honestly, what's probably going to happen is probably cut Zach Wilson. Probably still have Ewers. And we'll honestly probably end up going and finding another just 1 year quarterback for the year. A guy like a Marcus Mariota, or who else might be out there? Geno Smith is going to be out there. Not that like I would want a guy like him, but he probably, the way the Dolphins work, that would probably be the most likely move that happens. That way, Tua has some competition for the interceptions. But in my honest opinion, the biggest things that need to change are some coaches. We definitely need to change up some coaching. Daryl Bevel's got to go. There's quite a few of them that need to go. I'll get into that in another show, though. We're not going to do that today. I'm going to save that for another show. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. What direction do you think the Miami Dolphins are going to go at quarterback? Do you think they're going to keep Tua on the team? Do you think they're going to cut him? Do you think they're going to try and trade him? Who do you think might be starting at quarterback? What direction should we take in the offseason? Drop all of your comments in the chat, in the comment section below. Even if you're here afterwards, hashtag replay crew. Drop your comments down there. Let us know some topics that you want us to cover and want me to do some research on, because off season's coming right around the corner. I'm already going to be doing some research on some of the coaches that should possibly get replaced. I'm going to be doing a lot of research on college prospects that we should pick up. Like, there's one I'm really looking and I'm really like, I think we should go get. He's a generational talent in Eli Stowers, and we could probably get him in the 3rd round, 4th round, maybe even. And this guy is a tight end who also played at quarterback. So go ahead, drop them in the comments. Come back afterwards, drop them in the comments so that I have a bunch of different topics for me to do some research on, so that we can come up here and we can talk about it. We can break through it, and maybe somebody that matters will be watching, and they'll make the moves happen. Could we see Lamar to Miami? Could we see Kyler to Miami? Are we going to see Tua still in Miami? Will Zach Wilson be back? Will Mike McDaniel be back? Is it going to be Champ Kelly as the GM? There's so many questions, so many options. Off season's right around the corner. Off season's right around the corner. And I want to talk about what y'all want to hear about. So let me know what y'all are interested in so that we can get it working for you. I guess now it's time for our regularly scheduled boring commercials, right? Our regularly scheduled boring commercials. As you can see up in the top right hand corner, you got a QR code. That QR code takes you to Dolphins Cancer Challenge link, where the AFCEastieBoys are raising money for DCC and cancer research. Every $500 that the AFCEastieBoys can raise, I will be running a mile per day, per 500, every day, all the way up until the 5K. That's right. And if you make a donation by the end of the year, before the end of the year, before January 1st rolls around, you can get entered to win that Joey Porter jersey that you see underneath that QR code. All you gotta do is go make a donation to the DCC and make sure it's not anonymous. You gotta have a name attached to it, or else I can't send it to you. And also, you'll need to be plugged into our Discord. You'll need to be plugged into our Discord, so for any times we have giveaways, we give things away, we gotta be able to find you on the Discord to get your info so that we can send it out to you. It's also how you can get up here on the show with us. You see this black box we're in right now? We're in the Discord. That means that you guys can join as well and get up here and share your thoughts and talk football. But you got to be plugged into the Discord. It's 24/7 access to the AFCEastieBoys community. We're trying to build a community of football fans who just want to talk football, win some money, talk parlays, talk whatever. We're not just limited to Miami Dolphins either. We're the AFCEastieBoys, and because my team sucks, I cover all football. Because sometimes you just don't want to talk about a shitty team. But we're one day away from a new game, so it's a new week, so I can talk about this shitty team. Where do you find the link to that Discord? You can find it on our profile page. You can also find the link to Macari, Charlie's Choice Collectibles, over on that profile page as well. Hit that link. You can find all kinds of goodies for the football fans and non-football fans alike. He's got deals going on up until January, but he is out of town on vacation right now, so he will not be back until January 6th. So if you do make any orders, just know that you're not going to get it till after January 6th because he is out of town on vacation. Maybe he'll be here for the end zone to end zone. Maybe he won't. We'll see. We might be moving end zone to end zone Tuesday night just for that fact. And also, there's a PayPal link there too if you want to make a donation directly to us, to the AFCEastieBoys. Don't worry. It all goes back into the stream in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Way, shape, form, or fashion. Thanks for listening to our boring commercials. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. So, really not a whole lot more to talk about. Kind of goes by fast when you're only talking to yourself. That's why I encourage people, come on up and conversate. Let's go through it. Let's talk about it. I'll be at the game tomorrow with my son. He's a Bucs fan, so we will not be streaming it. I do plan on streaming the Sunday night game though, so you tune in for that. Plus we'll be live for end zone to end zone. Plus we drop all kinds of good content all throughout the week for you guys. We do weekly picks, we do jokes of the day, we work on skits right now, working on a music video for our intro. Lots and lots of stuff coming for the AFCEastieBoys here in the future. Don't think just because the season's ending, the content is ending. Oh, no. Like I said, I got lots of content I want to cover and go over. Plus, I want to know what y'all want to hear. I want to know what y'all are intrigued about, what y'all want to look into, what y'all want me to look into for you. Send it my way. Drop your responses down in the comments. I'll go through them all. We'll look through it and we'll talk about it. Do some research and we'll talk about it. But yeah, so I mean that was it for today. Let me also don't forget drop your predictions down in the chat as well. Let me know what y'all think the Dolphins are gonna do against the Bucs tomorrow, and we will catch you next time. It's been fun from your AFC Eastie boys. This cat in the hat, that was Go Well that gave us the intro. Make sure you tune in to that guy. That guy's a funny dude. That guy is a funny dude. You got to check him out on Dice Towers After Hours. He's a D&D character. You were kind of wondering where it came from. But other than that, y'all enjoy. Have a great weekend. AFC Eastie boys will see you next time.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
To the left from Tua, about a 4-yard pass, and then he gets about another 16 yards. Yak to add to it. First down, Miami Dolphins. Let's effing go. Yeah. I had to kick Cat in the Hat out. He was fucking boring. I was watching him in the background. He didn't know it, but he was fucking boring. I had to kick him out. Tua under center. Let's fucking go. Mostert with the ball. Ooh, he juggles. He goes to the right. He's rushing. He's got a hole. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Oh, and Buffalo gets the fucking ball back. This is why you gotta trade Raheem Mostert. I'm fucking telling you. Yeah, I'm fucking telling you to trade that motherfucker. What's up, man? I hope his knee was down. I don't know if his knee was down before that ball came out. No. Oh my gosh, that's a clear fucking fumble. No way. Oh my god. Mostert. No. No.
Anyways, draft's coming up. A lot of teams need QBs, and you need a job, you bum. Got any teams you hope don't take a QB?
Nope. You know, Matt, I have actually not put much thought into that. I have a lot going on right now, and it's just not, I'm not thinking about it. Not at all.
So maybe the Saints?
We're in the house, and the only reason I got this one, probably a field goal like the rest of the Patriots games have been,